Let's talk ideas, and I am really excited to share a way I've been using my new Art of Noticing printables. So I ended up taking my printables and printing them out on sticker paper at 75% scale. And what I did next is I took a piece of white cardstock and trimmed it down to 6 by 8 inches. And then I am going to take a corner rounder and just round the two edges on the one side so that it is nice and rounded and finished looking. So the next step is I'm just going to begin by cutting out the little film strip that has the Art of Noticing caption on the front. I'm going to use this as kind of the title of this mini book, and it's just a great piece for beginning a project. Next up, from the cut apart page, I'm going to cut this photograph journaling card. And not only is this a great card for journaling, but it also lends itself to create a nice textured background and a layering piece. So definitely use that as another option as well. Next, I went ahead and I fussy cut out one of the cameras. I ended up choosing this pink camera just for a burst of color, but the black and white camera would be great as well. They are super, super cute, and when printed on sticker paper, they are just awesome and look excellent as a little additional embellishment. Then I'm going to reach for the film strip page, and I'm going to cut out this other little negative photo slide. So again, I just printed on sticker paper at 75% scale just to make them a little bit smaller, and that's just another great perk of printables is that we can resize as needed. So when it comes to the circles, I like to adhere them to a piece of cardstock and then use my circle punch. Again, this is a 1.5-inch circle punch, and when you print them out at 75%, it will fit into a 1.5-inch circle punch perfectly. It is pretty much dead on for the measurement. So once you kind of cut all these little pieces, you can have fun rearranging and organizing them kind of on your cover how you wish. I'm just kind of playing with a few orientations. And then last but not least, I wanted to use this black negative strip that has photo therapy written on the edge, kind of as a border detail on my cover page. So once I get it all trimmed out, I am going to just adhere it vertically along the edge of my mini book cover, and it's just a great little border edging, and I think it looks great like that. So now we're going to take all our cut apart pieces and just have fun layering, beginning with the little singular film strip negative. Then I'm going to take the journal card and add that on top. Then I'm going to take the Art of Noticing little caption header title and place that on top. And then I'm going to add the camera in the top right or left-hand corner, and then the take more photos on the bottom left-hand corner. Everything again was printed on adhesive paper aside from that little take more photos that I die cut out with my circle punch. Now, this is a great opportunity to add in some extra stamps. So what I did is I went ahead and found a texture stamp, the Heidi Swap Texture Stamp Society set, and now I'm just going to use it to kind of finish up the cover and add in a little bit more, I guess, grunge and detail and just kind of different little elements to kind of warm up the page since I used just plain white cardstock. Then I went ahead and grabbed the camera set that was a previous Stamp Society, and I just went ahead and found some beautiful flourishes and a few sentiments, and again, reaching for some textures and just kind of warming this design up and making it kind of busy and flowy and cohesive and just kind of pull it all together. So this is a great opportunity to dig in your stash and find other elements that you kind of wish to kind of fill up that white space and give your album a very nostalgic kind of vintage look, which is kind of what I was going for. So again, this is just a basic little texture stamp that I'm having fun with using and just kind of placing in various spots on top of the cover. So Once that is done, I am actually going to then use my blender tool, and using some black soot, I'm just going to go around my cover and add in some black blending. Again, I really love the kind of black and white camera type feel, and I feel like this just warms up the cover and makes it look more fluid and cohesive and finished, and just kind of brings all those edges and details together. So now that is done, I am actually going to run it through my laminator, and using a laminator is a great way to kind of seal everything. Plus it kind of makes it a sturdier cover, and again, it's just a great way to create mini album covers and books. So be sure to use a laminator if you have one. It's a great way to make book covers, so easy, and again, it just makes the printables and the stamping look amazing. So now I'm going to reach for the printable journal card page, and again, this was printed at 75% and on sticker paper. So I'm going to add those two elements onto a piece of white cardstock. And you'll know that I'm kind of placing them separate from each other and from the edging, because what I want to do is create some pockets. And this is just a really basic and easy way to create pockets. And all I am doing here again is just trimming, and then where the white edges are, I'm going to use my bone folder, just score down those sides and then fold over so that we can add this onto a page. And then I'm just going to notch that top out so that we have kind of just a idea and a visual to know that we can slide items and photos and little cards behind. So again, I'm just making the same kind of card again, pocket. And I'm just going to, again, fold those edges over, just using my scoring tool and getting them nice and sharp. So simple way to make a little pocket slide. And I love adding these little journaling cards kind of on the top. So here is my white blank inside page. And all I'm doing is I'm just going to add adhesive on those two folded over, I guess, little spines. And they're just going to sit on top just like so that we can kind of tuck in little pieces. So I'm going to go again, reach for my cut apart page, and this time I'm going to cut out that little ticket decal. And once it's cut out, and because it's on sticker paper again, I can just add it to the page easily. And I'm just going to leave it kind of at the bottom there, and it's beautiful. So next up are these fun little phrases, and I'm just going to trim them out. And these phrases can be, again, you can use them as one long strip, or you can cut them in sections depending on your need. I thought they were great to be little captions on top of these pockets. So I'm just going to go ahead and snip off the white and make these fit my pocket. So because the big moments is a little too long, I just ended up separating the two words, and it will fit perfectly. So again, just peeling off that sticker paper, the backing, and just laying it on top. So easy. And I mean, there are so many ways you can use these printables. I just thought it would be a great idea to kind of show a few ideas to kind of maybe jumpstart your creativity and whatnot. So you can see I have this tag die, and I'm actually going to cut out two tags using, as you saw, one of those envelopes. They are the Heidi Swapp aged envelopes, and it's also a great way to cut tags. So I just use that to cut tags. And then the Art of Noticing large art that is on the printable, I just ended up laying it on top of that tag. Again, really easy to decorate tags with printables, especially on sticker paper. So now I'm going to also just add that little photo in the black and white, and then I'm just taking some black and white twine, stringing those two tags together where I can add a photo behind or journaling, and just hang it one side out of the pocket and one side inside the pocket. So super easy. And again, just another fun way to use the printables. So now you can see I reached back and grabbed that camera Stamp Society set, and I thought it would be a great idea to use that large camera. So I'm just going to get it nice and inked with black ink and incorporate it onto this page. I could stamp it right directly on top of my envelope, but you'll see that it didn't quite exactly work how I wanted. So I'm going to do another step, and all I'm going to simply do is I'm just going to get a piece of white paper and I'm going to restamp it on that. So never fear if you do have a little stamping blender, there is always ways to work around it. And here you can see me just getting an extra piece of white sticker paper, and I'm going to restamp the camera and then just cut it out myself. This is a very basic design, but it is such great art, and it's a wonderful size, and I think it looks so great added onto that pocket. So because it was sticker paper, I just stuck it on, easy peasy. And you can see how I have that page all kind of ready to go. So again, I'm just going to take some more stamping to this page from my stash. I'm going to add on an edge using some texture, and then I'm going to use this fun kind of grid type design on the corners just to kind of, again, finish it off and give it a cohesive look and feel. So many ways you can, again, continue to accessorize the page. I added another stamp in there, the captured one. And now I'm just going to punch 2 holes along that spine using my crocodile, and using some jumbo key rings, I'm just going to add these pages together. I also ended up making a back page out of black cardstock. I could have made it out of any paper or color, but I ended up just choosing some black. And you can see how awesome these little elements have started to work together to create a mini album in the making. So be sure to try this. You can grab the printable collection on my website right now, and I hope you enjoyed this video.